What's up, everyone? Tim from Shoefly Graphics here, along with MJ. Today's video, we're going to be doing some screen printing, Support 81 V-necks. Yesterday we did the backs. Today we're going to do the front pocket design. And along with that, I'm going to show you some techniques.
Not that kind.
On how to save some serious white ink with your DTG printer. Stay tuned. Okay, to get started, the first step is actually designing it. And to do that, I use my Wacom Cintiq Pro 24. Absolutely love it, love it, love it. Would recommend it to anybody out there that does their own artwork. So speaking of artwork, what you do is you design it, then you print it. I use my Epson 1430 to print this. And basically, this is what goes on the screens, which we're going to show you in a minute, in the darkroom. And the UV lights, wherever you see the black, that's what's going to wash out in your wash booth. And obviously, that's where the ink goes through. So these are the backs that I did the other day. This is the underbase white. I turned the underbase into the actual white. So I combined the two, because I'm only going to use two screens, red and white. So there's your white, and here's your red screen. Everything you see black is going to burn out in the exposure unit to allow the ink to pass. The ink to pass. But today, same idea. Two screens, red and white. Here's the white underbase, and here's the red that we're going to be printing. So, without further ado, let's do this.
Where'd you get that shirt? I said, where'd you get that shirt? Shoefly.
All right, here we are at the exposure unit. I put the film on the screen, and I'm going to burn it, as you can see on the timer. 57 seconds, that's all it takes. And then that lid is a vacuum lid, so it'll suck the film really, really tight to the screen. And then you take that yellow light off. That's your safety light, so you can see what you're doing. And then you turn the UV lights on, and that's when the magic happens. As you can see here, the lid's sucked really, really tight to the screen. That's what you want. Eliminate any double burn. Nobody likes the double burn. This here, you want to make sure you spend at least a minute tops. Anything longer than that, you're in trouble. And if that's the case, you did something wrong, so you might want to back it up. Adjust your timing in the exposure unit, or whatever. You gotta remember, when you're putting the spray adhesive down, you don't want to go overboard, because it's pretty sticky. That tape there is just to, it was a reference for my film to line it up on the screen.
Don't worry about the tape.
That's the way I like to do it. And let's not forget, we're here to learn about saving ink for your DTG printer, which brings me to my next step. I like to judge how much ink is in the cartridges before I start my printing, because right now it's time to lay some ink. So you're gonna see here with the white ink, I like to push instead of pull. I just feel it goes down a lot smoother. I get better detail. Now with the red, you're gonna see me push and pull. That's right, changing it up a little bit. You thought you knew me. It all depends. It's job specific, to be honest with you. I just get a better print doing it this way. And that's all determined by test prints. My goodness, the test prints. Oh, yeah, do a lot of those, let me tell you. Let's find out how we're doing on ink now that we just printed off a bunch of these shirts. And look at that, same amount of ink. Ta-da! So we just printed off all these shirts and used 0 ink in that DTG printer. But let's face it, if you're doing a shirt like this with that much detail, yeah, you would use this printer, but you're also going to use that ink. not saying it's a bad thing. It's just a thing. All right. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. This is Tim from Shoefly Graphics. And don't forget, we're going live every Thursday night, 7 p.m. Eastern on shoeflygraphics.com.